Thanks for checking out NonjudgeMetal. Be sure to check out the Facebook and Instagram. And be sure again to check out the Star City Punkcast, also on Facebook and Instagram. Welcome to NonjudgeMetal. We're on the 16th year with McGruff, Vitamin Nick, and we're going to talk about the self-titled debut of KoRn. It's been 23 years since it's been released, and we've all seen them kind of get a rough rap sometimes, but the consensus is clear. They put on a great live show, so I went through some celebrating this week and checked out an album that I hadn't heard from them, because who knew? They've been active this whole time, so tune in, you might find something you like. Us sitting here doing this, you know, in our metal mansion, just the same way that these kids did it in garages 10, 15, 20 years ago, man. I don't know, it's kind of a homage to it. NonjudgeMetal is a love for metal.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, back from the late 60s, early 70s to today, where Ozzy played last week. A friend of mine went and saw it. Like, that's fucking cool as shit. And just imagine how fun that would be. Like, a lot of people would go, I don't know if I want to see Ozzy now. He might not put on the same show, dude. But you're still seeing history unfold before you.
It might not be the Eclipse history.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. To tell me it wasn't a decent show.
I literally bought Metallica tickets because Michael Jackson died. I was like, well, fuck that, dude. I'm not losing the chance to go see Metallica. I was bitter toward him when that Saint Anger come out. And somebody offered me a chance to go work security at the show. They were like, we'll pay you to come work security out there. We need people. And I was like, man, you can't pay me for that shit, dude. I don't even want to be near. Fuck that record, dude. And I did not go see him. And plus, this is something I'm judgmental about.
Right.
People will find out that no matter how much you like them or try to convince me, anyone, and you people listening are more than welcome to do so, you won't convince me to like Godsmack. And fuck you for trying. I absolutely hate them. I've met
every bit of it.
I've met members of the band. A couple of them were nice. One of them was extreme dick. Maybe I'm a little biased, but who gives a shit? I don't like them, and I don't think they're a very good band. Whatever, they played with Metallica, and I skipped it, and I felt like an asshole. I mature a little bit. Michael Jackson passes. Metallica's playing. I'm like, oh, man. I don't know.
Godsmack with them, though.
Yeah, no, not this time. Lamb of God opening.
Okay.
And I said, well, whoa, hold on, man.
That's
almost $100 a ticket, right? Almost worth it.
Open for
And
Metallica.
I'm sitting there with my friend. Ben, who's like, damn, dude, I'd love to see Metallica. $100. I don't know if I can spare it. And then an hour later, news popped up on their website. Opener added to Metallica Lamb of God. Gojira. And I said, Ben, hand me my wallet over there. Give me that credit card in it. I'm going to go ahead and get us some Metallica tickets, man. It was a fucking amazing show. Regretfully, dude, there's a stain on it, and to this day it hurts me. That Metallica show I went to was the one where that girl was kidnapped. Did you hear about that a few years back?
I did not. I'd have to look into it.
The Harrington girl, yeah, kidnapped. I think they finally got the guy. Like, I don't follow a lot of local news anymore, but I think they finally got the guy that did it. But yeah, it was a horrible, horrible thing that happened with that. Yeah, you can look it up all over. It's just that's a travesty.
I was getting ready to shit on just the fact, like, so Lamb of God opened for Metallica.
And they always will.
And they always will, and I understand that. But, like, in 2017
look, if Metallica come anywhere near and play, do me a favor and you got to go with me. Because you're going to watch that show and you're going to go,
that's pretty fucking good, man.
No, you're not going to go, you're pretty fucking good.
Hammered, yeah.
No, it's not.
I don't know.
They've earned their place. They've earned exactly what they got. Like, they deserve a massive circle stage that they can do whatever the fuck they want on. Like, it's incredible seeing them. Like, I don't regret the least bit of it. And this is, like, I was so angry with them because I loved early Metallica. I even liked Load and Reload. I didn't like that Saint Anger record. I was kind of mad at them at the time, and I was being a little metal elitist. You know, they were Godsmacking it up to me, and so
there was so many other things out at that time that Saint Anger.
Hey, that's what I'm saying, man. There was so much good music coming out when that record came out. It was just like, what the fuck is this? Like, dude, I remember I listened to it in the band that I was in at the time, and we were up at my guitarist's house, and we were sitting there. Shit's funny as hell, dude. We were sitting there, and he was listening to it in the CD player, and we all went and picked up a copy of it, and we were jamming it. We listened to the whole thing. Tapping foot, just chilling. We used to do that a lot, before we go jam. And then he got up, picked it up, took out a CD player, and fucking just
Stay Alive it.
Stay Alive it. Just right in the goddamn garbage, dude. Just boop, right in the trash can, dude. Fuck that record.
That's such a contradiction to say Stay Alive it, but like that was seriously the worst fucking movie ever. But nonetheless.
Yeah, I remember that movie with Frankie Muniz. That's the only thing you remember about it, and that horrible carriage fucking scene where it ran over that chick and it just looked absolutely... Fuck that movie. That movie was fucking terrible.
Dude, we
literally took it out of the DVD player and whammed it in the fucking trash.
That's the first thing I've ever seen happen like
I was
that,
very Judge
like,
movie that day.
Dude,
I was pissed.
How could you not? Like, we felt like we totally wasted fucking 90 minutes for that story because of Frankie Muniz and like games and witches and shit. Fuck yeah.
Oh,
horrible.
God.
I don't know.
They really botched that film.
Definitely. Crap film.
It was a crap film.
You seen anything good lately as far as films are concerned, though?
Dude, I haven't followed anything. As I said, like, on the previous episodes, I'm a fucking comic nerd to no end. And the Justice League film is coming out, and I just actually watched that Spider-Man Homecoming because... I don't know, I didn't like the trailers for it coming up. I'm a comic guy, but I didn't like the trailers for it coming up. Something about it just didn't ring right to me. I was like, man, I really like that kid playing him. I watched him in a movie for, and I don't know, just a small off-topic recommendation, but if you like disaster movies, I think it might even still be on Netflix. It's called The Impossible. It's about that 2004 tsunami that hit, like, I think it was Indonesia. But it's Ewan McGregor. It's a great film, man. It's like a true story about a family that gets hit like dead on with this tsunami and like thrown all apart this island. They all live and they find each other. It's a powerful, just awesome film, man. If you like natural disaster, real, based on real event type shit. But the kid in that, I liked him. I remember watching it, thinking I was like, man, this kid's like a solid actor for a child. And man, they made him Spider-Man in the new Marvel universe, and he got his own film. And I don't know, the trailers just didn't hit me right. I didn't much like it. I actually thought it was going to suck so much that I didn't go watch it in theater, and I never do that with a comic movie. Wonder Woman, everything I want to go see. And I skipped it, and then it came up on video on demand. I picked up a copy, and I got to eat fucking crow. It was goddamn good. It was really good. Like, it was good, and they didn't kill the villain at the end. And I think a lot of these comic book movies they put out nowadays, especially on the Marvel side, in my opinion, I'm an asshole if you think so, whatever. But I think that they kill too many villains off or take them out of commission. Like, that's just not how comics are, that's not how it's done. DC does it too sometimes, so I'm not going to shit on them, like, completely. Like, they do it. Like,
is there a comic...
But for the most part, the villains are still around.
In what comic are you saying this? Like, if that's the normal... Because I don't really know too much about comics.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to explain it, but integrate. But, I mean, like, these are comic books are gigantic, overarching stories that last, like, sometimes, 4, 5, 6 issues to like maybe a year, man. They might have all these issues interlocking for like a gigantic 6 months to a year event. And like if you kill the villain halfway through and then you don't have a way to bring him back that makes sense, then
they're trying to put too much into a magazine.
Well, like they shove these movies, they write these movies, and at the end of it, like the first Captain America they made, the first Captain America film. Like, I'm a big Captain. I'm not a Marvel guy. I'm a DC guy, but I love Cap America a lot. Like,
I need a nerd.
I don't give a fuck, dude. I think Chris Evans nails it as Cap, dude. But that first Cap movie, I really enjoyed it. But at the end, they take out the Red Skull, the bad guy, like in a way that maybe he's not killed, but he ain't around. But dude, they're like 8, 9 movies, 10 movies past that,
right? And
he ain't made an appearance back, dude. And that's like his biggest bad guy. So to me, it's a failed thing. I don't know. I get really irritated because I'm like, in comics, Red Skull, he come back quite often and fuck with everybody, but not today.
Red Skull?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how much I know about comics. Like,
you don't know shit. You need to hang out. You can come up and watch a movie. We'll do it.
Well, there's like other movies though that like. Maybe
I watch other movies too, man.
Shit,
I do. I'm gonna catch that new Planet of the Apes that's coming soon, so I'm gonna watch it. I know it's been out in theaters. I missed it then, but.
Seen the previews for the Happy Death Day yet? You've had to see it.
I haven't seen the previews for it.
Not even a Facebook
I don't
ads.
Watch the trailer.
I've seen Facebook ads and shit.
I skip them all, dude.
You have to skip them, but at the same time, like they can still like.
I don't.
4 seconds, like somebody's killing me. I gotta find out who's doing it.
I'll check it out. I mean, I just it takes me time. I'm not like I used to be. I know I used to be like the movie guy that everybody...
Movie, music, all of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you were definitely plugged in on everything metal.
Now I ain't got the time guy.
Yeah.
I'm working constantly. And what matters is metal. Well, non-judgmental matters a lot because it judges metal in a non-judgmental way. I mean, if you're going to judge metal, you got to do it in a non-judgmental way, or else you're just kind of being very judgmental.
I'm kind of judgmental.
Well, we are all a little bit.
I'm saying obviously.
I know
I produce show and shit, but like I'm judgmental as fuck because like I don't like duty free, so like I don't really.
Yeah, you don't like a lot of metal staples, man.
Dude.
And it's because you didn't grow up in it, man.
Truth.
Like, we need to have this conversation. Like, you didn't grow up in it, man. If you'd have grown up with somebody shoving it in your face and letting you, get the experience of it, man, instead of telling you no, you would have enjoyed it. Like, a lot of people in our age group, man, like, metal was considered a bad thing, dude. I got lucky with Mom, dude, because she liked hard rock growing up. She fucking kissed Ozzy one time. She, like, partied, man. She she went to these shows, like, and even now in her age, like, she listens to a lot of, like, country and slow rock and stuff too, man. Every once in a while, man, I'll catch her jamming some old rock stuff, dude. She knows it.
I'm saying
she still jams it. I mean, music's music, and it's boiling my blood, rock and roll. And then my dad and he liked like heavier stuff, but not super heavy. And then they called him Uncle came around, man, and he was always like, "Well, Grant, why don't you listen to this?" And then it'd be like Obituary playing or Slayer.
Damn,
and I loved the sound of this. I was like, yeah, more of that, man. Ride the Lightning. I remember the first time I ever heard Creeping Death. I was in the car with him, man. He was yelling in at the top of his lungs. I think any other child might be terrified, but not me. I was absolutely adoring that moment, dude. Cool as shit.
Like Led Zeppelin was the hardest thing I think I listened to until
like Led Zeppelin, man. It was taboo with people I grew up with, man. But I definitely always think that they leaned more metal than rock. So like, hearing that when you grow up, kind of instilled that metal roots into you, which got you when you got to actually kind of sink into it in the late 90s, man, and actually get into it. It was already there.
I guess I just didn't have the albums and the access to songs.
It's true.
Right, so like I guess I got Headbangers Ball and shit, but like that was actually the first time I ever heard of Unearthed.
Yeah.
It was on Headbangers Ball, I want to say 2003, 2004, some shit like that, but like I know it was for Giles. But then we found out about the oncoming storm, though, and it was like, holy fuck, dude, this album is
I might pick
super.
that up. I might pick that up again and go ahead. If I don't already have it somewhere, I definitely want to.
That's the great.
That is a great record just to go back and jam out to. But yeah, that's my thing this week, man. I think that while I'm riding around doing my work, I'm gonna pop on that KoRn 3 since it's there. They've been around so long as a metal staple. I'm gonna metal homework myself that album that apparently nobody I know has ever heard of. I think I've mentioned it before. I found this out like a couple months back, and I was like, they have like 12 albums.
Right.
I never heard of this one because I heard that shit they did with Skrillex, man. And I'll be honest, judgmental. It's not good.
It's dubstep.
No.
With Skrillex, it's not.
No, it's terrible. Like, dude, we hear that record the first time, and it was absolutely so bad. It's really bad. Like, in my opinion, like, I don't want to make nobody feel bad. Like, they like it. Like, oh my God. Let me find it. Let me see. Yeah, it's called, like, Narcissistic Cannibal, dude. I think that is, like, the worst song. Yeah.
Anyways, it was kind of just a...
No, it's not even that, dude. It's a wet part.
It's a wet
You don't even
part.
have a sound for that, dude. You don't have a sound for that.
Wrong, my friend. Got it.
I need to do another Castbox thing too, because like a lot of podcast groups that I've been in, people were asking for platforms and shit, and everybody's like, well, should I do Podbean? It's only this amount, and then Fireside Chats is unlimited, it's free and shit. I check it out, and like it's $20 a year. Castbox, that's unlimited everything. Like, I don't know what to tell you guys, like, that's the best hands down podcast app that I got, man. I turned my brother on to it because he saw Joe Rogan's on there, and like, it's got everybody. But with Castbox, you can make your own, kind of like Podbean, but you don't have to pay money for more upload space, because like, it's unlimited, and no matter how big the fucking file is in the first place. Like, I don't know, it's pretty wild. And you can have your whole archive at Castbox free of charge. And it's like the Spreaker little cheat thing. Like, I don't know. Should I tell people about the Spreaker cheat? Like they'll automatically they'll make you a YouTube video just for uploading shit to Spreaker. If you share it to YouTube, like they'll make you a YouTube video, and even if you delete that one from the Spreaker shit, just to keep your files under control, you'll still have that YouTube video in those archives. Like it doesn't go away. So that's pretty fucking sweet. But still Castbox, Spreaker, Reverb-nation.
Really good.
The KoRn album, though.
Yeah, 23 years, and it popped up, and it's just got me thinking. I was like, man, that's a long time to be listening to a record.
Right.
You still, I know some people out there still jam it.
I almost feel like I can name all 10 of the tracks, or were there 11?
There's 12 tracks on it.
There's 12 tracks on it.
Can you name them? Because I'm looking at them right here.
Right, let me check my swag if you don't mind me saying some stupid shit.
Do it. Let's see.
Alright, Blind.
That's right.
Then you got Ball Tongue.
You're right on point.
I want to say 3 is Need To, but hold on. Need To is 3. Then 4 is going to be,
It's a big single.
Chutes and Ladders?
You're wrong.
No, that's 7.
Yeah, that's 7, so you got that one.
Alright, 7. The other big single, number 4.
Not big single, not as big as like Blind or anything like that, but it was definitely a single. It had a music video.
Oh my god, I'm blanking. I can't even think of the rest of the songs on it, like, for real. Damn it. Yeah, I can't remember. Clown, that's right. Clown.
5 was Divine.
Shit. Turn around and get your face split.
6 is Faggot. 8's Predictable, which is one of my favorite fucking songs on that record.
So
man.
predictable.
Fake was number 9, which is another great track on there.
Sounded a lot like Clown in my
Lies was 10. Helmet in the Bush, 11, which I actually enjoyed that song as well.
Different.
And then Daddy, which was a huge song for them. Just like, you know, no video, but it was huge for them because, like, it was unique at the time. Like,
unique is just straight up emotional. Is it almost
that's what I'm saying. Like,
emotional.
Like they took that rawness and threw it in there. Like you know, a lot of times people take the emotion and the music and they write these lyrics and they put it out there, then they go and they record it over and over and over and over and over and they perfect it as best they can so that you can hear it. But you can hear the emotion in that. I don't know if it was one take or what, but I know in the take they got, like the take they got was a hot one, and that was, I mean, that's amazing.
I don't know, like it's rare, but in that song's case, it like I almost felt dirty after I fucking listened to it. Like I heard something that I shouldn't have listened to, like somebody's own personal trauma that they went to and put on tape. Like it was crazy. But like I said, as far as huge though, like a lot of fans might have been turned off by how raw it was, yet some people were turned up like even louder because of it. But then from that album to go into Life is Peachy.
Yeah.
Man. But admittedly, if I had to say, I didn't even, like, because I like Blind. I don't know if I had the album. I'm trying to think, because I know Leo had like 7 or 8 because his parents kept taking them away from him. But I might have gotten 1 or 2 of them from him. I never had the Life is Peachy album, but I'll tell you, the Follow the Leader album, some people shit on a lot of it. With that album, that pretty much constituted that fucking KoRn is one of the best fucking bands in my mind.
Life is Peachy was a solid record, man. Right. I mean, I liked both those albums completely good, but like, you know, going back to the first one, man, I gotta say, like,
solid.
I mean, like we just said, we went through the track listing and think about it. Can you name one of those songs in there you just didn't like? I remember listening to that album all the time.
Some people might say Helmet in the Bush, and some others might even say Daddy, but nonetheless, I'm saying, like, it's to each their own, but for the people that actually had their ears cut on, yeah, they were turned on to it.
I still think to this day it's their most solid offering. Like, I know a lot of people like Life is Peachy, but I mean, like,
damn, track to track.
Track to track, I think it's their most solid offering. This is my opinion, because like look, Life is Peachy opened with Twist and Cheat, which is a great combo.
Definitely.
But all right, and Lost was an okay song. But what do you remember about it?
No.
And what song was after Lost?
If it wasn't Adidas,
It wasn't.
then it might have been.
It's called
Mr.
Swallow. You don't remember
Swallow.
it, do you?
Yeah. I think like it.
But it's been in Porno Creep, which was instrumental.
Definitely.
Good God, was a great song.
Right.
Great song. Mr. Rogers. And they had that one that was like K and a bunch of squiggly lines and exclamation points. No Place to Hide, and then Wicked with Chino Marino, which that was the Ice Cube cover, I think. Adidas, and then the War cover. Love Lowrider. And then Ass Itch and Kill You. And I thought Ass Itch was one of my favorite songs on that record.
I like Kill You.
Kill You was a great song too. Kill You was a great song too.
It just had one of those rhythms and that groove shit, like I don't wanna know. That's what I was thinking Danny was at first, so forgive me about it.
Like that's what I'm saying. It wasn't. It's not a bad album, and a lot of people like Life is Peachy because like it was a solid follow up.
Definitely.
But as consistency goes, like 23 years later, they're putting articles about the first KoRn album because it's solid start to finish, yeah.
But it changed the game, and
it did a lot of things, man. Like even like Max Cavalera said it inspired him when they did Roots for Soulfly. Like it kind of took them out of thrash and into like the groove new metal area.
Right.
Cause he was like, this is the sound where a lot of metal's going, and I fucking dig it. Like, and that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Like, I mean, you influenced an already legendary artist to change their game up a little bit, and then he went on to create Soulfly and other bands and stuff like that. And so we have all this great music, and a lot of it's based off that new metal movement, which they were part of, along with bands like the Deftones.
Right.
Like they came out, like a lot of people remember the Deftones are like, oh, KoRn came out in '94. Well, Deftones, that Adrenaline, man, that was '95.
Definitely.
That album dropped early, and then Around the Fur, which I think that's my favorite Deftones record.
That's a good one. No Bullshit. Diamond Eyes.
Did you listen to it?
Wow.
It's a great record,
They
isn't it?
fucking still got it.
I told you, didn't I?
I can't fucking believe
I said metal
that.
homework and you did metal homework.
Because like I was turned off a little bit by Minerva.
Dude, that shit. Oh yeah, I was too.
Whoa.
I was too. I wasn't big on it.
That's why I didn't buy your shit. I was like, I don't know, man. Diamond Eyes. I looked at it. It kind of looked Drakey on the front with the cover. I don't know.
Fucking record, man. It's a record, dude.
Solid.
It's bassy. It's heavy. It hits hard. I mean, it's not like in your face
right.
heavy, but I mean it's
They've
good.
Actually said something most recently. I think it was on Loudwire, but if we had to look it up, we could. They said that they want to go back to some of the guitar riffs on the first and second and Around the Fur album with the You're My Own Summer and shit. Some of those types of real just catchy type of riffs. They want to go back to some of them, and I felt like Diamond Eyes had some of that in it, but if they want to continue to keep evolving and make the music better and better and shit, I'm always down. Check out some Deftones, but admittedly, after Minerva, I had to get pushed by McGruff to be like, look, it's solid, but you can't push me to say that War is going to be something, honestly, but we'll see.
Nah, dude, I'm thinking I'm going to Guar. The Soulfly was the thing, but man, we found out about that, and like everybody's scrambling, so we're all trying to get the plans together. We might be taking, I mean, it's an hour trip either way. And Guar, man, that's just like, I've seen Soulfly, and as much as I'd love to catch that Nail Bomb album, I will admit, with the group of people I'm going with, I'm like the main fan of it. Like,
right.
I remember that Nail Bomb shit. I was big on it when I was a kid. Everybody else was like, oh, I want to see Soulfly. And I was like, well, you're not really seeing Soulfly. You're seeing them do Nail Bomb. They're not. I checked the set list. They're not playing any. They're not playing any Soulfly songs
at all.
At all.
Not even an encore.
No.
Or something. Damn it. Okay.
No. So far from what I've seen on the set list, no. Everybody's playing their set, and then they're doing the Nail Bomb album in its entirety, just like they said. And then
that's troubling.
Well, it's not. If that's what you're going for, then that's great. But then again, like,
how many people?
Guar's got a new album coming out that week, man. I'd love to see him open up a tour for that album, dude. It's fucking Guar.
What's the album called?
I know that new single off of it's that Fuck This Place.
Fuck This Place.
That's the new single off of it. Yeah, I mean, dude, it's solid shit, dude. It's coming on the radio, but I mean, like it's simply it's gimmick metal, like. But I mean, it's not because I mean.
Talking about Sirius Radio.
Yeah, I listen to Sirius all
I was making sure because like not 96.3, not any of this local.
Blood of the Gods, I believe. Yeah, October 20th. Yeah.
October 20th.
Yeah, it's the first album without their founding member Dave Brocky. He died a heroin overdose in 2014.
Damn it.
But we'll see.
Definitely will. I'm just saying, because of the August Burns Red album moving me, a part of me always wants to give you guys this piece from Carl Guthrie and the drunk episode that might have got overlooked and whatnot. It feels like what he had to say here about the government, honestly, it might be the right time for it. So, check this out.
Yeah. Well, the government's not the answer to the problems we have. A government is just, it's a metronome, right? Like, it's set in place to help things keep on pace. It's a pacemaker. You know, you give a pacemaker power, it's going to make you work to its will. That's why, you know, government can be scary, and with certain politicians, it will certainly do that. However, if you put in place a politician, it's just like, the government's not going to put out power. You, the people, are going to put out power. And we're going to make sure these regulations get fucking tossed out, that you get, you know, tax cuts, and you can build your shit because we want the profit. The country wants a profit. You have goods that need to be in demand. We're going to pick up logistically. Like, I mean, it's a full-blown fucking organism, and it is so beautiful. It's almost like capitalism is like financial workout. Like, you can get a fucking couple dicks up in there. It's like, oh man, there's like so much money. But for the most part, dude, most Americans who donate, most of them are all like Christian based. Not to get theological, but they're like, they've come into wealth, and they know that it's not all for them. They've been entrusted to give it to lives that need it.
I've always felt somewhat cheated, just because it always felt to me that wealth breeds wealth.
Well, there's nothing wrong with wealth. It's just the mentality that may be produced after achieving it. Like, if you achieve wealth, you're just like, you know, everybody else is kind of like subhuman to me. Yeah, that's a problem. That's fucking stupid. But if you can retain wealth and still, you know, be a human being about it, I mean, which most rich people are. They're superhuman. That's why they have achieved the wealth that they have. They've been original, they've been concise, and they've been just straight to the fucking point, and not pulling any shicey shit. And that's how they retain wealth. That's how they find it. That's how they refine it. And people who can't emulate that, or run into, you know, issues of like, okay, I took out a loan to do this, and this didn't work out well. That's failure. Failure perpetuates success. Like, all the entrepreneurs out there who are fucking gained reputation and, you know, kudos over the years, is because they have been failed many of times, and they still have found a way to achieve. Like, they take all those failures and produce a major success out of it, and then perpetuate it. And that's like everything in life. That's what metal describes. Like, you find failures in yourself and the things that you see throughout the day, but you rebel against it. And that whatever music genre you're using for that outlet, like for me, Dying Fetus, Hatebreed, Cryptopsy, like, fucking straight
There's
up
something for it that
die,
gets you into it.
Die, like the things in myself that I visually and just mentally hate, like, die. Like, I'm not perfect. I will never be perfect. I'm always finding demons to have to correct.
Everybody,
and
Everybody
that's every man's battle, and it really comes into metal. Like, metal is a prerequisite to healing. Like, you have this profound outlet of just it's not angst, it's just like rejoicing and knowing that I've found these failures, I've, you know, conquered them, and I'm going to put them, you know, into my repertoire, so that when I speak to some other young guy who's going through the same thing, you know,
it makes
metal,
a little bit more sense. Yeah.
Absolutely, like metal just makes fun of it. It really does, no matter if it's been jokingly or enjoyably or just served as an output, as a pun. You know, metal's there for those very reasons.
People, man, that's what's important. It's just important that it actually gets out there to the different, you know, stages of youth nowadays that might not have the opportunity to kick in.
You know what? We will talk to you next time. This has been Non-Judge Metal.
And be sure again to check out the Star City Punkcast, also on Facebook and Instagram.
NonjudgeMetal. Be sure to share us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you next time.